they go, clashing in B main.
A little bit slow to begin with, just the turret. Lay it up here. The knife for a knife as well. Foxy9, he can't actually dash forwards. It was active, but he couldn't use it. A Demon won. The immediate strike back.
Oh, that's unfair.
Yep.
I mean, Foxy just had his wings clipped by Ethan, whose utility was absolutely immaculate on Fracture and continues to be so again here on Ascent. You normally expect Ethan to be over in A main, catwalk kind of area, but he's floating because they have the Killjoy setup over there.
It's a deep lurk though from Boostio. Took up all that space towards A main. He's punished. Just hunting for a bit of that information.
I like that smoke from Mako. It denies any information from people over towards A. But I think Jorgamo's already got the read here. They're searching for information on both sides of the map.
Looks away for a second, RB.
What was he?
I don't know.
Looking at?
I don't know what he's anticipating, man. Maybe somebody's just going to start ghosting around the map. I'm not sure, but that's left the spike out in the open.
Did one of his teammates call that they could have found a timing on him through their own spawn? That is bizarre.
That is really quite odd, but he's missed that one. This reflank, this repush. Stacks still alive, 70 health. Weapon picked up. Trying to take a clean fight. He does offset the movement. No one's really giving him anything, though. They were just buying time for Jorgamo.
DRX having constant issues with integration. I don't think much of that is really Foxy9's fault. I'll be pointing it out throughout this attack side, but I have real issues with the way the DRX are playing their attacks recently. It's way too exec heavy, and they don't have these double wave pushes. Again, I'll get into it when there's an example to showcase, but Demon 1 is looking confident already, isn't he?
Look at that, taking liberties against the eco. He's not worried about giving away any of the weaponry. This way, that way.
I like the idea.
Yeah, cheeky attempt. Just up the stacks, though. It's not looking likely here, but EG bringing up the points across the board on a multitude of maps. It makes them a difficult team to prep into.
I think they have a very solid map pool. Anything that they spend a serious amount of crunch between Demon 1 and Boostio, they're just going to look for picks here, I think.
Oh, Demon 1, he's not messing around, man.
Oh, fast out.
Top mid being held. Paranoia so deep. What is that?
Oh, what a shot. The flick is perfect there. The set play, it actually rarely works, that one. But that time finding major value, and that's taking the smokes out too. Makes the attacking round very difficult to call.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gobsmacked still. But a reaction here from DRX. Smoke to block that. Close the door, try and get themselves into this B site. Cleaned out. Angles watchful, nobody anchoring towards the back, so they'll be able to get that plant down, and they still have B main control, but it's a critical one to hold. RB is being swarmed. It's 3 players just trying to take him out here. Deep flash as well. TP into the corner. RB spots. He doesn't know which way to aim.
Perfect play.
It's cleared out. Removing one area of the map as well. This hold just getting a little bit weaker now for DRX. Has to be a massive heroic play, and it just can't be the case here. Dropping right down. How does Jorgamo get it?
Smoke off tiles, you paranoia. So take a look at the paranoia here. It does actually catch onto Mako, but most of the time that player is going to be able to escape, or the jet ends up getting punished. But there, everything that EG are doing today is working exactly.
Around the corner.
Ludicrous.
Beggars belief, but
to me, I mean, that little, the protocol to clear out B main is so impressive too.
yeah. Deep flash TP across.
And this is a pistol round setup actually on defense here that EG are using, that we've seen a lot of teams go for. Demon 1 takes contact, dashes away, and that sets up Jorgamo hiding in the corner as bait.
The idea is you don't expect the Omen to just be hiding there. Dashing forwards, he has to take care of so much. Dashing away, how is Demon 1 surviving? But here it is, the bait and switch. Triple face up, already taking the fight. Right to them this time. Everyone stacks. Holding the ground as well, making sure no players can swing out of heaven.
And they've needed that, DRX. Mako with the Bulldog going nuts there.
He's would have been the player that they can really count on. EG though, still want to make a go of this one. They have the money.
Mako again.
Answering back, picks up the rifle, repositions. Com just needs to get out of there.
He does a little 180 twist step away.
Mako being the playmaker there when they needed it.
And he finishes it as well. I mean, that's a Mako round. You see the way the DRX are using the light armor a lot? It allows them to invest on rounds like this. This was a half buy, and yet Mako still had enough to have the Bulldog. I don't think he's able to have that level of impact if he's he's only got a sheriff or a stick.
Gets him back into it. Now they're dealing with a different obstacle ahead of them. Demon One's picked up this. Oh wait, what is this? Leviathan spam?
It's a bit of a fake, so it feels a bit like Leviathan spam. I think the idea being that you drive people into Demon One's op. Look at how passive Demon One is set up on B with that operator. He was hoping that DRX would react into him. He's just having a friendly look at the turret there.
Yeah. Why's he got his sight set on Timmy? What did he do? Well, it still holds it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the turret holding contact in B main is actually pretty useful for them because they know that B main hasn't been breached by DRX. They've still got a lot of map control and information.
It's been slowed down, entering the minute mark.
And of course, here we have Boostio playing off-site because there is that null command available for stacks.
There's a turret. Ready and waiting now. Smoke drop down, flash as well. Demon One, that's just reactions. Anticipating the swing! And that's just instinct fire, man! It's unreal. Light them up. The supportive utility comes in waves right over. Reinforcements have arrived and no one will cross the gap. Stacks will get himself into the side. The Shakhtar's lucky to survive. Oh my goodness. 2 health.
He had 1 to spare.
Spike planted, but you have to see a miracle. A big moment, a big step up. Mako, can he do it again? Maybe the potential is there. Flash over the top. They made it winnable, but it's all up to Stacks, and he just can't reset the aim. Player advantage, the health advantage. It was there
At this point. That's 2 kills where Demon One cannot see an opponent, and he's just doing it purely off timing. Unbelievable. Very unfortunate for DRX, because that should be a situation round taken out. So DRX don't have something mad aggressive to go for.
Where's this going?
That's a nerdy one from Com again. So that makes it feel like the Sova's playing over towards A.
Control taken though. Foxy9 not messing around. Into the corner. Smoke. At his feet, the reposition. A bit of spam as well. A bit further back there. Dart does light up the opposition. Boostio again, he was attempting another reflash. It's a paranoia. They want to push him right into it. They force the dash. He's running the gun in, man. Com getting away with it. Another flash re-peek over the top. Pushing back this aggression. EG trying to really get a squeeze into mid, but they do back out. They survive.
They just have so many setups.
Oh. Not slowing it down, are they? Inside the smoke, they can hear the footsteps. Jorgen was hoping, hunting for the timing. Demon One takes it. 1 player left standing. It's Mako. We talked about miracles, but how do you overcome that?
Oh, yeah.
Odin but Odin. Flash over the top, though.
He's backed it up.
As well, yeah, he has backed it up.
Yeah, the Jet differential currently is ridiculous. Foxy9 0 and 5, I think. Maybe more than that. And Demon One has 9 kills.
Here's the setup again. Flash is nice. Jorgemodo! Oh my god. Again, the shot's coming through. When you remove the Jet player, good luck. Tags down. Drone for a drone. Already into the site. Just got to try and brute force this one. Popping all over the place, Com. Striking him down. Damage is done. Mako responds. Flick to the side.
He's been completely saving them on these A hits.
Here's the lockdown, though. This is going to be pushing them all the way back. RB doesn't have the ult to try and break this one. Door still down as well. You're going to have to move away from the site. Mako has the ult. He's going to try and dodge this one as well. In play, down into hell. It's cleared out, though. Com aware. Has to be. No, Mako there. Gets him. Demon One still alive with the knives. In and around, trying to force a fight as well early off, but it's a 1v4. Oh, there's the one. But okay.
Just go A and let Mako 1v5. He goes into backside, into hell, and he dodges the ult. Dodges the lockdown with his own ult. And then he cleans up Demon One at the end. How Com doesn't get that kill, I'm not quite sure, but it's all Mako. From beginning to end.
10 out of 5.
Yeah. He's the only thing currently that's keeping them in it. They've won 2 rounds on A, where Mako's got 3 and then 4 kills.
Delayed knives. That one broken though, so on the defense side, EG not getting any information. But yeah, Mako has been the only thing keeping them in it. Able to keep these buys going.
Buzz has been struggling with B main control. Turret takes early contact there in B main, and he's worried that Demon One's operator can be playing behind it. So Buzz has to call for help now, as DRX are going to try and take B main, take the orb, potentially set up for... They've got multiple options. They could go for a lockdown play here, they could go for an ult command. It's a flash play or a recon.
He's just doing it straight up, man! He pulled for the recon, it was late, but he still gets 2 over the top. Foxy9! How's he managing that? No command, ripped him out. Spikes drop down into the middle of nowhere because EG player still anchoring towards the back. It's up to Jorgamo to hold this off as well, but Stacks needs to reclaim some ground. It's a 3-2-1 swing. EG managing it. Shots landed.
Foxy9 was pressuring there. Ended up winning that. I think that was round 5. Now they do a re-clear play into B main, but you're right. The timing was not set up with the recon or with the flash, as far as I can tell.
Right for EG.
But this is a very defense-sided map. DRX only need another, couple of rounds where somebody pulls out a miracle, be it Mako or anybody else, and suddenly they're not feeling that bad about how it's gone.
Cap pressure. Holding up. In his hands, the shot going wide. Dash forwards, paranoia to set this one up. They want to punish. Foxy9 is chasing him, his adversary. Mind control still there, smoke deep up top here. It's really putting the pressure onto the main player. Jorgamo doesn't know which way to look, doesn't know which way to face. TPs this way, that way, backwards into Wine. A fight to be taken, no kill found, but now he's got help at least. Flash peeking in, running him down. Jorgamo to be cleared out of Wine. Massive player advantage, but maybe it can be equalized still, trying to take up into Tree. It's all over the place. Not a fight to being taken, but slowed down now. It's a 2v4.
This looks like it's going to be DRX's 3rd round and 2nd thrifty win of the map. It's these all-in pieces with the lighter weaponry that EG are struggling to hold on to. Yeah, and EG are going to be forced to save. So this is what I'm talking about, Brent. It can be a fantastic half for EG where they thoroughly, completely outplay DRX. And yet the small moments of Mako going crazy or them winning a thrifty and the overall result can change quite a lot.
Yeah, I can get him over the line. Attack side.
Right.
For some reason.
In Pacific.
Yeah, for some reason, for whatever reason that is. But globally, if you manage all of it.
Demon One because Stacks has his null command available.
The A main take is a Hunter's Fury though. Right down, straight into the gut of the map. One shot lands, dodging, duking, Stacks. Narrowly avoiding it.
But he did find Stacks, so he knows that the null command is over towards A. That's important info.
Here's the paranoia, dash forwards, ripped it through. Com, he's blind, can't see anything. Spam into it, counter spam. Ethan grabbing 2. Just from the backside of Jenny before eventually traded out, but it's again gonna be that retake. Demon One exchanges the operator. He's got a rifle in his hands. He wants to try and potentially make a go of it. 2v3, smokes dropped. A fake of the dash. Which way is he going? He's buying time for Boostio. It's caused a distraction, and now they have made it into a 2 versus 2. Got to spot out the players though. Mako still alive. Round to the side of Jenny. Didn't expect that one.
Throws, and DRX finally get an A round that actually looks, like it went to their game plan rather than playing to EG's cues. And they've recovered this. They have recovered this. In terms of the scoreline, this is now looking, and NRG ran away with it on the attack side. So maybe it's a very different beast here, but DRX have knocked EG down onto a light buy.
Could be a tournament where those expectations are turned on their head. Oh my. As a judge, nice timing. Tags him though. He was spotted.
Good awareness.
Yeah, really nice awareness. Even going for that re-swing. Straight into it. Inside the smoke, dodging. The util going over. Jorgamo still here though. Inside the smoke, can't land a second. Attempt to reset with the Bulldog. Just spotting it. How is he grabbing the second? With Mako down. It's now into a 2 versus 2. They still don't have the weapons for it, but anything's possible with Demon One. You never know. Door has to be broken. Post-plan positioning. How did DRX want to play this? Doubled up. One towards Jenny though. RB still holding for Tree. Slight gap in the play. Boostio's first contact is Boostio. Spots it close. A wide swing and face. And Stacks' head is ripped off. It's up to RB. He was a menace in map number 1. A tap onto it. Knows they're not sticking, but what a shot to...
Yeah, and it's a hero play by Demon One. This is what wins it for them.
Does he get a second, man? I mean...
Oh, wow. And Mako's been so good for DRX, but that one lost duel kind of opened the door for Boostio to do this.
1 round left in the half. Lockdown's available, Hunter's Fury. Here's a Nana Swarm. Close to logs. It's actually intended, I think, for a turret that takes contact. So it would break a turret if the defensive setup had it there, but that's shifted. We know this, of course. Shot dart as well. Does not land onto the alarm bot. It's kept up for EG. But now they're going to be feeling the heat, aren't they? Paranoia. That does connect. Boostio in a bit of trouble. The pathing up towards heaven. Spam onto the corner. The angle here. Foxy90 wins his fight. And RB wins the second. This is looking good for DRX. Wrapping around. Jorgamo left to anchor, but he is being swarmed, converged on his positioning. It's noted, and again, left down to Demon 1 and Com in the blink of an eye.
And that is just the perfect round from DRX. The pathing is so specific to them as a team. DRX Leviathan love to run that strategy.
Use a lockdown. Foxy9 going for it, landing these shots, spam.
Especially with Foxy9 now heating up. I think this is the half where Foxy can get put onto angles. You see him playing alone in mid at the moment, while Demon 1's with the rest of the team. Talking to Boostio, he said that it's very easy to call for a player like Demon 1, because Demon will just tell you where he wants to play on the map, and they use a little bit of utility to get him posted up, and then they can just leave him to go and find his picks.
Jump spot, it's wide. Mako, he's got a smoke out in his hands. The util is all mistimed here. Foxy9 seeking to put a stop to it as well. He dashes all the way in and it's cancelled. The call is made by EG. They don't want to rush into it.
Yeah, Demon 1 used his dash backwards to disengage, which I think is fine in this situation. So they go up 5v4, but they can't go back into a normal A exec. If they want to hit this, it's got to be an A split again, because they don't have that dash to break crossfires.
That's why Boostio's repositioned. It's already taken that cat control, but it is watched for RB. Reload, jiggle, off to the side. A chance for Boostio.
You've got to respect his sheriff.
Yeah. Rattles one of the shots. He's got 5 bullets left. There's a dart over the top. Looks like a push attempt into tree. Over the top is going to be lighting him up with a turret. Takes it. Dart over the top as well. Has to be dealt with. Bit of a pre-fire. Watchful eyes onto the smoke. There's 20 seconds left. Starting to run a bit short of the time. RB pushing through this way, that way, and around. It's all about the anchoring. It's all about how you dodge and duck and weave, but it's up to Buzz. Everybody falls onto the site. 1v3 with Ethan low. It's always a chance.
Buzz won an incredible clutch in map 2 yesterday. 1v3, I believe, to get them into a good position, but this one just looks even harder.
I mean, the one way you can't see.
Being peppered down.
Health advantage not there anymore. Dart broken. Time. You can hear it ticking. No mercy, really, is there? Neither is Buzz with this ghost, but again, I feel like it's just running too short.
Yeah, no time.
Blink of an eye, lovely attempt at things. Drops right down, he realized that there was really no chance.
Don't really know which way this is going to go, and Epiceran just reduces the amount that you need to get done. One of the big themes of how EG have been playing their attack side in Americas is inserting Demon entry player.
Yeah, it's really quite interesting.
It's interesting, and it also worked extremely well against Loud, who up until that point had only lost something like twice ever on ASCENT.
You go around for DRX, attempting something a little bit cheeky. Did have the turret to take contact and a spam angle with the Sheriff, but EG, of course, slowed all the way down here. Exploring into mid, looking this way, that way, trying to find out, okay, are we running into a stack or not? Stacks, oh, he attempts to reposition there. Will be that easy plan for EG. They'll get this one down with no troubles. So you're looking at that 9-6. If everything goes correct for them, assuming Com doesn't get taken out, actually. It's in a dangerous position. Oh, okay.
He deals with it.
Yeah.
He's still got 2 players behind, though, so he probably will get wrapped here. The question really is, do they do it quickly enough? Is there any chance, even then, that they can win the 3v4? But I don't think Com's got much chance against this.
Okay. 3 versus 3. Time is ticking. Ethan, this way, that way. Dodge and juking, baiting for Boostio. making sure that no crosshairs are placed onto him, and yet time is running short here with the Nano Swarms as well. Should be a safe win overall, but DRX can still do some significant damage here to the economy. Wider face, very spam, Nano Swarm at his feet. 3 players surviving.
As good as some of the other top teams on this half, they don't support Foxy9 very much. He's just kind of left alone on an island to go and take his own fights in mid and battle the enemy utility.
Our task. A lot of this map really being how well can you set up your jet players. Spam on spam. Just his job. Seeking to contain. It's just a battle and brawl over that B main control. And here's Demon 1 in that lower position. You were talking about it earlier, Josh. They're setting themselves up now for a bit of a B split. Going through, there's a flash just to offset it. Shock dart close to the corner. Again, damage done. Nano Swarm deaded now, but Demon 1's already in here with a Guardian in hand. Dash also alive and active. Forwards into the site, close to the corner. He knew where Buzz was and he lands it. TP through, blind as anything. Spammable, swarms. Over the top was Foxy9. He was trying to help him out, but he's just delivered them a rifle.
And look at that, the way that Demon 1 turns from a lurk into an entry. It is so unique. I don't see any other teams doing this with this level of consistency or value. There's a lot of lurking jets out there. You find them in ranked every day of the week. But there is nobody that plays it quite like EG and Demon 1. DRX are just going to be forced to save here, and we said that this was a must-win for them to get something started. The bonus rounds have just been unbelievable by EG.
Yeah, always an idea thrown into the mix. Anything to offset the economic disadvantage that he might be facing here, because, man, I mean, you're looking at 10-5. Previous map was what, 13-5?
Yep. Destructive. It could well be a 13-5. That's the level of momentum that EG have managed to generate.
Okay.
But now, people are going to be pissed.
He's like, okay, who planted? What's going on there?
Did we catch it in the replay? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
Not even sure, man. That's
I think
so
it was
funny.
Ethan.
That is so funny.
I mean, not for the moment. We'll see.
They take it in their stride. Turret, contact, Buzz. Only the Sheriff.
And we've talked a little bit about the vibes of this team, Brent. But how could the vibes not be immaculate when they didn't expect to be in America's playoffs? They got that out of a miracle upset that occurred. They were like, okay, right, well, that's just free for us, why not? And then they go through, they're playing in Tokyo. What? How have we managed that? That's phenomenal. They think they're not playing with Demon 1. Oh, that's unfortunate. Never mind, though. We'll have a nice trip. What? Demon 1 can play? I mean, it's just incredible F it we ball kind of attitude with this team. Like, everything that could have gone well has gone well for EG on this run. It's superb.
Twists and turns in the tail of EG, and they are making the most of it. At times it feels like they're playing with house money, but they got preparation behind them.
Absolutely.
And a clear desire to make strides here at Tokyo.
Here we go, though. Foxy9 could actually be a bit of a wrench in the machine here.
Hit him, barreling up towards Cat there. They make a tremendous amount of noise. Spike dropped down. He's still got the rifle. Tap needs some help. There's the rest of his team as well to supplement. Aim's still held here by Mako. Adjustments necessary with the aim. Let's collect that second one. Moving their way up though, now towards heaven. There's 14 seconds left into this. What is going on, man? It's ludicrous. 7 seconds remaining. They can't even get themselves onto the site. It's all over the place. No chance to win the round now for EG. Time was really just bled out of them. And it was Foxy9 to be the difference maker.
Yeah, the
Pushed
two
up
players.
position.
The two players with rifles, him and Mako. Mako from sight.
We were telling a bedtime story. The tale of EG.
But that's another thrifty that DRX get online. And they're being important. Because either this one or the next could well be an economic swing round.
Good play a part. Predators there for Foxy9. Flash repeat Mako. Disrespectful. That's how he's playing this A main control. Just trying to take the fight straight to them. It's a bit of a different approach, actually. Usually, on the defensive setup at DRX, they are quite passive. They tend to wait for people to come towards them. So them playing more actively towards A main is a difference. Drone now towards mid. See if they can take out the alarm bot. It's dealt with. A minute left in the round. This reposition by Foxy9 could be everything. Vital. Operators here. Are they going to walk right into it? It's a paranoia, man. They've got layers, levels to it. Offset this way, that way, pivot, RB pushed into mid. Ready for him. The spray transfer. It's beautiful. 2 targets found. The spike dropped into the middle of nowhere. Giacomo.
Wow, how's he done that?
Towards A, but RB still needs to contain. A shot done at his back. He's brought down. It's 2 versus 2. Giacomo's got the spike. He's on A.
He needs help though. Boostio's got to get here as quickly as possible.
There's that free plant smoke towards door. TP's back away. Foxy9 still creeping across into heaven. Doubled up, him and Buzz. Time has been bought. Boostio is there, but they don't actually know really where these players are. Finding the positioning now, though. How does this get played? Jumping down, trying to bait a swing or something. Fight is there. Boostio still alive, but Foxy9, he responds and he lands it.
That's what Foxy9 did on the eco round, and now you see the Sova, just a raw Sova in mid, making a push in order to catch the EG players off as they rotate around the map.
So whatever it takes.
Yeah, and it's working really nicely right now. DRX have identified, seeing if he can find what's going on, and it's all based off the information that other DRX players are feeding those mid players.
The Knight's waited out and the no command's there. Speed it up, why not? Foxy9, what a shot to hit still. On any of the targets, here's Ethan, so he can be brought back up. A warbang attempt.
Good try.
On his body, a lovely attempt. Doesn't quite land it though, and now you're still feeling it all the way through. No one's watching lane. Paranoia is there, Hunter's Fury. It's all coupled together. A dodge, a dash to disengage and avoid all of this coming your way, but EG are so fast with it, man. They've taken this space, but the spike has dropped down into the open.
Yeah,
have to reclaim this.
Player advantage and a good post-plant positions, but the problem is you're not in a post-plant.
Mako, he's holding. That's the paranoia off the face of the contact. The fights are being won out.
Wow.
2v3. Spike has been picked up, and guess what, Com? He's running out of days. He's like, I want nothing to do with this. Do your best, Ethan. I'm leaving you, mate.
Common in 1v3. We've seen this guy close out before.
Free side, yeah.
6 and 11 right now.
30
He
seconds.
has had some incredibly hot moments.
That's cheeky. Okay. Don't know what. Yeah. I mean, what's he going for there? But
I mean, that kind of recon dart would only be used if you were playing towards main, for example, right?
Tucked
So he's
in
trying to
the
bait them
corner.
based on the positioning.
How hard is this clearance? Very hard. RB.
Nice idea.
Yeah. Not sure if you heard a footstep or what, but incredible awareness.
Yeah, very good awareness. And the whole point of that recon dart is to make you think that he couldn't be in heaven.
Yeah.
That the recon was for information instead. So, we were talking a lot about how good EG's set plays were and how much they were tactically outplaying Mako's paranoia and contact. I mean, first of all, the spike being down was the major problem, right? Because otherwise they're in a nice spot. But it's this play, look. They take contact off Buzz, and that forces a paranoia. If EG are saying that to themselves, maybe underestimating how difficult it can be.
Yeah, they can be some of the hardest rounds to really get over the finish line. Flash pop out is at a half buy from EG. Fully grouped up, at least with the 4 of them. Using it as a chance to farm up some ults.
And you see Boostio here, lurking in mid. That may have been an adjustment coming out of Potter's timeout.
Get out of my way.
You know, that does seem like a good idea against what DRX were doing, going for those reactive pushes from Foxy9 and RB.
Knife over the top, that's going to be a drone tagging. The Boostio doesn't see too much else though. Grouped up still. It's going to be heat being turned up, I think, for DRX. Foxy9 narrowly avoiding it. Flash over. Smoke dropped down as well. Another tag. Really just lit up entirely. Foxy9 can't take a clean fight. They're into the back of the site towards it, this way, that way. Running and gunning. Ethan, he's removed him. He's found a second, not 2. Still all the way through. Foxy9, and Jussie gets 3. A knife as well, pushing them all the way back into the site. There you go. Locked down, ready and waiting. There are tools. DRX could offset this. They have the Hunter's Fury. They want to choose to use it. They want to try and play for it.
And Boostio's going to push.
Yep, pushing off of this. Buzz was watching. So the lockdown, it's removed.
Now Buzz with a lockdown of his own, and Com has repositioned to try and anticipate that.
He's watching it. Lockdown's there. Buzz, he's low. Brought down.
I like this. Com isn't rushing it. He knows that there's going to be a second player here. This is just a game of chicken.
Darby waiting it. Lands it. Force it into a 1 versus 1. Necessary for DRX. Time is short. You can hear the spike ticking away. A tap onto it. Sticking it through now. Jiggling with the fire. The shot! Silence for RB! That's
the pre-aims, just missing the head on his little jiggle peaks. But he made it very predictable what he was going for, and RB knew there was no wide swing coming. Ethan had done so much. I mean, those 3 kills just come out of nowhere. It felt like he was destined to close the...
Man. 1 round sort of stands to DRX being able to equalize, get to 10 to 10. Thinking about where they begun as well. Losing the pistol rounds. They've had to claw back.
They're waiting for a reaction here. They're so confident that DRX are going to go for some flash push.
It's because Mako's been fighting it.
Yeah.
But put that fear and conditioning into them.
They just allow them to get it. So Jorgamo was tapping it first to try and bait out a reaction, and then Ethan actually takes the ult orb to be able to get his null command online. Here's that little piece of reaction from Foxy9. He knows that there was a few in A main, so he's going to walk forwards in mid.
Sees the flash, plays anti, dart at his feet. This is dangerous, has to use it to get out of there.
So, good awareness from EG to deal with the problem that's been hurting them in a couple of rounds so far. But that's only half the puzzle. You've gained some map control, sure, but where are you going to end? How are you going to get there?
There's 40 seconds left. Time might be a problem. Look at how scattered the EG players are. I mean, they are spread out equally across the map right now. It's like they're playing a slow default, but no command's ripped off. This is straight down mid.
It's a big fake.
It's obfuscated, yeah. They're trying to fake it like it's an A split, but now straight through to the middle of the map to B split. Now the Odin spam! Making short work still. TP into the back, shoring up the defenses. Trying to anchor it up. Players drop down onto lane here. Dart at the back, spammable potentially. Over the top is Foxy9, into the smoke, he expects it. 10 seconds remaining, this way, that way, Shorty's not enough. 7 seconds, there is time. Mako denied. He can't stop the defuse. And all the players watching, the position's there. It's a 1v2. Stax is running as fast as he could to try and help out. It's left up to him, the IGL. A hard task of it, beginning of this tournament. A bit of spam, common warbangs. He's got to force these fights out. Players are low, but Demon 1 never lacks the confidence. So eager to take the fight there.
And they still had that second layer. That round, though, was on a razor-thin edge. The timing being the biggest issue. And you can completely see why Mako would try and sacrifice his own life to stop the plan. If he manages to get a... I would imagine more to get posted up in an area and see if he can generate a pick with it.
Change in the setup. Oh, Foxy9, this is so brave, man. Dash isn't even active. It's being watched for. Demon 1!
How has he got the read?
How is he expecting it?
That's ludicrous. I mean, we know that DRX have been going for mid pushes occasionally, but to predict it exactly coming out of the timeout?
Yeah, I mean...
What is that read?
That's just different. Yeah. Someone's been doing their homework, that's for sure.
EG known VOD watchers. And thinkers.
Oh, man.
So yeah, there's the pick that they're looking for. And often Demon 1 will swap weapons with Boostio in order to entry for them too. So that off doesn't necessarily slow him down on the attack.
Breaking some util. Smoke drop down at a choke point just to fake like he could be walking through. Well, he's crossing onto the other side.
Remember that the time was an issue for EG in the previous round. It almost lost them it. And there you go, there's that weapon swap I was talking about. Demon 1 picks up the Vandal, Boostio up in. 30 seconds, not even.
It's running short. Buzz has to be the difference, doesn't he? Recon dart to the side, that's dealt with. Over the top, he's being supported, has to deal with it, and he does break it. Smoke, to dash through into it. Can Buzz get anything done here? Has to anchor it as the player. Adjust with the aim, only the 1. Inside the nade, RB holds his ground, waits it out through the smoke, deals with Demon 1. Off to the side, he just can't survive. Enough time. Plant's going to be stuck now into the post. 3 players, though, grouped up towards the back of the side for EG. It's not the greatest post plant in the world, but they do have that player advantage. Mako and Stax against the world. Nate Close to the corner. Flash and Paranoia is used together. Blinded back and forth, this way, that way, behind Dice as well, not watching. Dart is there, and Busio watches. The sideline
EG have instantly accomplished their goal of being able to make playoffs. What a read that was. And EG, even with time pressure, able to bait out a wave of defensive utility before they...
It comes down to this. You keep yourselves into it if you're DRX. This is heavy aggression into A main. Very passive position by Jogamo that he's holding. Are they going to try and flash repeek into main here? Yeah, it looks like there was an attempt.
Yeah, Jogamo's taking contact, though. He knows that this is happening and might accelerate the B push. It should give them options to try and B split, but they're waiting for Com to clear it with the drone.
So mid's there, Shock Dart will be landing, I think, into mid.
You think about this too, though. EG don't actually want to react quickly into areas because they're still trying to attack up with Demon 1.
It does slow them down. Minute. This could be the finisher. The weaponry's not good.
Here.
We've actually
having to scrape at the bottom of the barrel for this buy.
Yeah, but the bad weaponry hasn't stopped them before. We've seen 3, 4 thrifties in this map so far. Or at least low eco wins.
Can they turn it around yet again? Indecisive, 40 seconds.
Yeah, and this time
way, that way.
They don't have a pick.
Faking, I think. TP into the back, Dart over the top, Hunter's Fury. It really does feel like it's going to be a B hit. Jogamo, man!
But he's drawn 3 players there.
He has, and that was the goal because the spike is making his way over here. Mako, he has to deny. Finds the first. Main compromise, this way, that way, dashing forwards. TPs abound.
What is going on?
It's all over the place, man. Anarchy. A wide swing from Mako, a wide face. So dangerous, dropping down, smoke at his feet. Demon 1 with the knives. All the way through, he lands the first. Into the way, finds the second. Will it be the finisher? Flash through, Abby will not be able to do it.